says we're broadcasting. I hope. Hope. Hey, chat room.
Yay! I can see it.
We're there. Howdy, everybody. Hi. Yeah. Things and stuff, guys. Things and stuff. Alright. The only thing I want to check is why you can hear and see. Excellent. That is good. Let me not lock that for a minute. Okay, now.
How's my sound level? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, sounds coming through. Oh, hang on. Let me mute the things I need to mute. Okay. Alright. I think we're good for that. Okay, let me just check everyone. Chat room, can you hear
Coffee is my blood.
that one? I was gonna say, please tell me yes. Okay. Yay! Awesome. Alright. Coffee is my bliss. Bliss, Chris. My bliss? Not my bliss. Well, it is my bliss. That too. Yep. Go get yourself some coffee, girl. Alright, I have my coffee. Alright, I think we've got everything. How's our show notes, Nisey? While you're doing...
Almost.
Excellent, that's good. Alright, let me sort... You know me, and color coding. We need the color coding. Cause that's how I roll. Go with that. So, apologies guys, we're doing things a little bit on the fly. Because as you can see, things changed this morning. So, yeah. You guys can do that. I will do... Yeah, no. You can do that. And... Alright, I'll give you that one too, Nisey. Might as well. Did the tweet... I'm assuming, did the tweet go or into the... Sorry, the promo channel? I'm assuming. I don't want to change my camera view because I've got you there. So I'm like, eh.
Yes.
Okay, excellent.
Sorry, I wasn't sure if you were talking Twitters or the
No,
Discords.
I meant Discord.
I don't think Twitter went off yet. Oh, I need to do... Hold on.
I had a brain fart. It's okay. Alright, so...
Okay, Facebook's done.
I don't know. I wasn't there. Oops. Okay. We've got those there. I'll do that. Okay. And last one. Alright. It's all of the things. I think. I have. Alright. I think we're just about ready, and I think it's just about time, so I think we've done okay. I'll do that. Alright, we got everything?
It was one blood team?
One blood team. Yep.
Okay.
And 3 greens. So we're all good.
I got backspace happy in one section. I was like, Arr!
Excellent. Excellent. Alright, I think it's time.
I think that's everything.
Excellent. Hey Taco, welcome. Hey chat room, again. Alright, let's do this. It's about time, and yeah. Okay, you guys ready? I'm ready.
Think so.
Yep.
Okay, let's do this.
Iron Man, Bloodthirsty. Pacifist. You're listening to the WoW Challenges podcast, the home of the Iron Man Challenge.
Hello and welcome to the WoW Challenges podcast. This is episode 203. Today is Saturday, February 15, 2020. I'm your host, Leeta. And joining me this week is my co-host, Nisey. I have to think about it still. Hey, Nisey. Thanks.
Hello.
Thanks for joining me. Really appreciate it.
Welcome.
As you
You're
guys
most
can
welcome.
see, we were supposed to have the boys on.
We're not the boys.
We are not the boys. Yeah. Five's still here. That's
Yes,
that's
Five
good.
is still here.
Five's still here. So
made
yay.
it.
Welcome Five. Thank you for sticking it out and hanging with us. We do appreciate it. But the boys are not well and things happened, and anyway, Nisey and I are here, so everything is good. However, this is all about Five. How are you?
Yes, it is.
What's happening?
Hey guys,
Thanks for saying yes, which is always, a really good thing. So appreciate that. But again, welcome to the show.
this is now my 5th appearance on the show.
Fifth
so
Five.
This is my 5th five, and
Ooh, show title.
5/5, or however you want to look at it.
Nice.
There's a show title.
There's a show title. Hang on, I need to write things down because I haven't got my
Five's
paper ready.
fifth?
Fifth Five, or five fifth. I don't know. We'll figure that out.
5 helpings of 5?
We'll see what other nuggets we can pull out.
Yeah, exactly. Alrighty, so let's get into it and find out what's been happening with you Five since we last spoke to you. Tell us the things.
I have been greatly expanding my chest collecting skills.
Okay. Yes.
I'm reluctant to go into too many details to generate competition, particularly on Wormrest Accord.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm happy to share what I know.
Okay.
And my bloodthirsty pacifist, Five Chesty, who says what he does and does what he says, he gets chests. That's
Mhm.
his primary source of experience.
Yeah.
Because as a bloodthirsty, he can't have primary professions, and he can't quest. And as a pacifist, he can't kill, and
Yes.
he can't wear greens.
Yes.
So all I do is a little bit of explore and pick up chests.
Mm-hmm.
So he's been playing for about a year in brief logins, like just coming in and getting something and leaving, based if I found it on a scout that was flying overhead.
Okay.
And he spent 48 levels in Darkshore. Now, after all of that, when he got level 60 in flight about a month ago, I took about a week to focus elsewhere with my iron and working tune. But then while my BT Passy was exploring vanilla with flight and rest, I had I was finding out how what I had learned in Darkshore just
Mhm.
suddenly was useful everywhere.
Oh,
And
okay.
I was able to just jump into a place and be like, okay, that guy needs sap, that guy needs blinded, dub, I'm gone.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Cool.
Plus when I was flying around, it's really easy to get around from one spot to the other, as opposed to being on the ground and having to go around everything.
Mm-hmm. That we can understand, definitely. So, yeah. All right.
So for the first time, I was playing well past rest XP, and I pushed through 9 Kalimdor zones in a row, and it just felt so good because the like we say in a matter of avoidance of something bad, I was using this as a perpetuation of something good, that there's always something around the next corner. There's always something more.
Yeah. Okay.
So to develop that, I've been asking a lot of questions from Stir. Stir's advice
brain.
about a month ago when he was on the show was really helpful.
Mm-hmm.
He pretty much mentioned Zanger Marsh and Winter Spring,
Yes.
and Zanger Marsh is a particular case that I think may also apply to all of Outland, but basically in vanilla zones and Northrend zones. If you're flying around and you know where the chest spawns are,
Yeah.
then they'll be in clusters of about 4. There's usually 3 or 4
Okay.
chests in a spawn.
Yeah.
And that's a lot like pacifist nodes, where if you find one up here, you're not going to find it up in the other 2 because they all share the spawn.
Mm-hmm.
But in Zangermarsh, a lot of places there are clusters of 4, but what you're actually seeing is 2 clusters of 2. So
Okay.
there's twice as many potential. Like if you see 2 items on the map that it could be from the Gathermate add-on,
Yeah.
then it could be one of those 2. But if you see a cluster of 4, don't stop looking, because there could be another one in there.
Right. Okay. Good to know. Did not know that. Interesting.
Neither did I.
Ah. Alrighty.
So I was already familiar with the chests in Crystal Song and Zuldrak. I had been using that with my iron as I went through,
Yeah.
and my Bloodthirsty Pacifist with Flight expanded the range of that to include Grizzly Hills, Howling Fjord, and that's about it. I felt I didn't even need to explore much more of Northrend, although it's certainly available.
Mm-hmm.
And once I got comfortable in Zangermarsh, I expanded that to include Nagrand, Terakar, and Shadowmoon Valley.
Okay.
So there's more, and I think if I was adventurous one night, I'd like to start at one end of Outland
Mm-hmm.
and loot the entire continent and be happy about it.
Okay. Alright. That'll be interesting. See how that goes.
So with kind of like content churning and just finding more places to go, my Bloodthirsty Passy is gaining a level a day in a sitting
Wow.
between 1 to 2 hours.
Okay.
And so from my perspective of playing many alts, and a whole lot of times it's in a short attention play style where I'll get on this character and do what it has to do, or use up its rest, or do whatever, and then play another character.
Mm-hmm.
It can be a little lengthy, but it's really new to me, and it's exciting and fast.
Mm-hmm.
You know, other things that I'm used to are safe, efficient, or profitable, and this one is, well, it's profitable,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's efficient.
Okay. Cool. Anything else to add?
That's about it. I've been taking my other challengers through the same paths.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And I mean, we should state, like you had said earlier. This is you like to do things out of the normal. So for anyone who's new to listening, watching, Five does like to push the boundaries and try,
Yes, he does.
I
things a little
prefer
bit
abnormal,
different.
but if you insist on putting a positive spin,
Yes.
I'll accept. I also accept exceptional
Okay, all right.
because
Five
it
is
means the same thing as
exceptional.
abnormal to me.
Abnormal, exceptional. Both sound fantastic. But
I
yes.
gotta ask. I have to ask, and I'm sure you've said this before, and I just don't remember. How exactly are you leveling this bloodthirsty passy again?
A little bit of experience by exploration, and the rest of it is picking up chests from the
Mhm.
ground.
And you're leveling that quick.
Well, when you can cover a lot of ground quickly, it and there's still places I have to avoid. Um, all of the tall humanoid camps
Mm,
in Northrend, I just avoid them all.
mm.
Like, you must have the most incredible RNG luck ever, because I'm lucky if I see one chest in a 3-day period.
It really helps if you play on a dead server or at a
Mhm.
dead
Oh, yeah.
time.
Dead
Either
time.
way,
Yeah.
if you're playing at an inactive time on a busy server, the same way that you can find
Mhm.
rares, about the same probability as of finding the chest.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, RNG
So
has a lot to play, but
I've
times.
recently found that actually the server which the three of us have a team on,
Mm-hmm.
that's a really dead server, and
Mm.
so I've
Is
made a
it?
bunch of my new characters there.
Mm-hmm.
They find a whole lot of rares, and I made that's where my working man is. So it's interesting for me um, to interpret. My working man's a mage, so to interpret bloodthirsty passy, I like fly in and maybe sheep something,
Mm.
and if I have to, I'll ice something, but then I have invis to fall back on.
Mm.
And if my
Alright.
hunter's doing it, he'll drop in. He's got his ice trap, and that's really about it.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll go in and get if he has to, he'll kill some stuff because he's not opposed to that.
Yeah.
And take the chest and get out.
Yeah.
And when my Death Knight bloodthirsty goes around, the Death Knight's crowd control
Mm.
is limited to you get over here.
Yeah, pretty
Like,
much.
Nice.
That's all there is. So it's a kill fest, but
Mm.
it takes him a little bit longer. But he's adapting to the same principle of not doing what you were doing, but try this instead.
Yeah, well, it's like all things. You're always pushing the boundaries, which is fantastic.
Absolutely.
You know, because who would have thought bloodthirsty pacifist? Only five thinks
Yes,
that.
only
So
5.
yeah.
Absolutely.
so always showing us ways
in
to
the best way
do
possible.
things.
Only
Exactly,
5.
which we love. Absolutely. Alrighty, Nisey,
Alright.
what's our next one?
So, since you've got a lot going on with all of the things that you're working on challenge wise, have you set up any goals for yourself for 2020?
Yeah, I want to focus on the bloodthirsty pacifist to his end, specifically to his end. Like, I'm not just dreaming that of course I'm going to win, although I do have a plan.
Mm-hmm.
So eventually he's going to shift to archaeology, which is going to give him a third yellow flag only on the BT list. He'll still have a green flag
Mm-hmm.
on the Passy list. Hopefully only for the last 20 levels, maybe for the last 30. I don't know.
Yeah.
Depends. So for all of my other tunes, I haven't been focusing much on them. I'm not hurried to finish them up before the rules change. Clearly, the rules changing affects the goals that I've set.
Mm-hmm.
Um, once the goals or once the rules do change, I want to scout that and get back on my champion pacifists
Mm-hmm.
and get them to max because they're my only maxed characters. I don't even have normal maxed characters.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
Someone
I
saying
think
about
there's a few
teams.
people that are
Yeah.
like that.
Teams in the chat room too. Just saying. Somebody. Talker maybe.
Yeah, of course we're going to be playing
Five's
all
like,
the way to
"Huh, what?"
120. Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Of course.
Yeah,
Teams.
that.
Here, I'll edit that in.
Yeah. Nice. Because
And
it's not like you don't have all these things that you're doing. How many tunes are you running? Just curious at the moment. Roughly.
active about 6,
Okay. All right.
4 to
That's-
6.
Okay. Cool.
But I've got plenty of shelved ones that
Ready.
sometimes I'll pull one out and play him for a week and leave
Yeah.
him for a month.
Yeah, I know that one.
Yes.
There's not enough time for everyone to get attention right now.
Time is a factor. Yes, we understand that. Yes, definitely.
There's one more goal I've set for the year,
Mm-hmm.
and that is to create more ways to tweak how the challenges can be played.
Mm-hmm.
After the rules change and the whole world changes, there's going to be new ways for me to mess with it.
And we look forward to see what you come up with.
Yes, we do.
Which is always interesting because as we know, we don't know what's happening with Shadow. I keep wanting to call it Shadow Labs. I don't know why. Shadowlands. And what changes are coming because there's going to be changes, guys. And as much as we can be prepared, we still kind of got to wait till it drops, or at least have a look at how things play. So I'm sure there will be changes coming, and all of that. But at the moment, we just plug on with what we've got. So Five, for you now, you've been playing challenge tunes for how many years would you say roughly?
Back since Kata.
Since
towards
Kata.
the end of Kata.
Okay, so
I don't
for a while.
know. Is it 8 years?
For a few years, exactly. So what's been your biggest lessons learned with playing challenge tunes?
Be abnormal. Avoid normal content.
Mm-hmm.
Determine for yourself where you're going to go. Do less and do more of it.
Mm-hmm.
Is that your way of saying focus?
Well, you don't have to do everything for everybody.
No, you don't.
But if you focus on some aspect of the game that's easier or repeatable, then stick with it and ride it.
Yeah, that's true.
Other lessons are adapt to emergent play styles.
Mm-hmm.
That's really kind of what I'm doing in a wholly different way of like adapting an iron to do bloodthirsty passy. Like it's not even in the rules, but it's not against the rules.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing suggesting that you do this. It's just there all the time.
Mm-hmm.
One more big thing is repetition builds familiarity, and familiarity reduces the risk.
Mm-hmm.
If you know that when you're going through here and you're looking for the rares, that you're looking for the normal mobs that are in front of the rares, but every now and then there's another rare that is stronger than the other ones, and he's wandering by here. like particularly Silver Pine.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Son
Like-
of Argol
Uh-huh.
and your harpy friend.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's a good emergent play styles. Learn when the game is broken and avoid it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. So, really, it all boils down to risk management.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you know what you're doing, you're safer. If you're finding out what's behind door number 2 your entire adventuring career, eventually it will be unpleasant.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. No, good point. Definitely.
And finally, I would say look both ways before crossing the street.
Mm-hmm.
Going right back to Son of Argol, if you know where he's pathing, if you know where the Etten is pathing, you know where his path is. If you know where the Fell Reaver goes,
Mm-hmm.
just look both ways.
Yeah.
Before starting a fight that's going to last over a minute.
Yep.
And, you know,
For sure.
Yeah.
No nasty surprises.
Mm-hmm.
That could have been avoided.
Very good point. Absolutely.
So, with all of those things in mind, did you have any specific advice that you would want to give anyone thinking of trying any of the challenges, or any helpful tips or tricks or any fiveisms?
Well, I don't know. I'd say one of my biggest five-isms is just to follow a pattern and stick in it. But you know, I guess if you're starting, you don't already have a pattern.
Yeah.
So there have been so many other good advice in this portion from all the other guests. I'm not going to give like my top. I'm just going to try to pick something that hasn't been said already.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Stay alert and cautious.
Mm-hmm.
Always default to safety. If you can fly and get up to a safe location and log out, you can do that anywhere and come back to where you're at.
Mm-hmm.
Because really, I have a saying, and it goes, in the course of human events, there's always time to fuck it up. And it holds true to just about everything.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Very true.
Absolutely.
Also, persist. Never give up. And I really respect the other green team whose name is Never Give Up. That's a good name. So
Mhm.
I just took it. There's a good quote that I really like by Calvin Coolidge. And it goes like, nothing in this world can take the place of persistence. Talent will not. Nothing is more common than unsuccessful men with talent. Genius will not. Unrewarded genius is almost a proverb. Education will not. The world is full of educated derelicts. Persistence and determination alone are omnipotent.
Mm-hmm. Good quote.
Very
Thank
good
you.
quote.
Nice.
So, I mean, the first time that I succeeded in a challenge, it was my 49th attempt of that race and class.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't my 49th attempt, it was specifically 49th Goblin Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
So, I also got a couple tricks.
Mhm.
Already mentioned one earlier about Gather Mate 2. It's an add-on. I used to poo-poo the add-ons and say, "Oh no, I'm just doing everything from my knowledge,"
Yeah.
and it worked. But when I got the add-on, I was like, "Oh my god, this is so easy! I don't even have to think. It's right here. Boom."
Mm-hmm.
So, as long as everybody else is doing it and it's in the rules, fine, I can do it too, and it's a lot easier.
Mm-hmm.
But it contains, in addition to, like when you download the database that's available with it,
Yeah.
you'll get most of the chests,
Yeah.
most of the flowers or herbs and ore,
Yep.
and a fair indication of fishing pools, although it's really not that thorough on that one.
Okay. Gather mate 2. Cool. All right.
And one more trick, put a target marker icon on the pathing mobs,
Mm-hmm.
and that way if they walk around behind a building, you can still see they're there.
Yes.
If they're walking around behind one of those Naga slash undead pump station wagon things,
Mm.
you know, you forget that there's a in Zangarmarsh, I'm thinking there's a water elemental that
Yeah,
pats around almost every single Naga camp.
Mm-hmm.
there's a couple,
Yep.
and they bring friends sometimes.
Zangarmarsh and
Yeah, so it's good to know when the pats are around and when they're not, and you can act in accordance. And it really extends on last week's patience tip
Mm-hmm.
from Zaya. This is something you can do to fuss while you're being patient.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Patience is
Something
a
to look
very
for,
big key.
something to pay attention to.
Mm.
Yeah, I'll do that to a problem mob sometimes when I'm working on an iron. If they've got a long patrol path or it's an elite that's coming in and I need to know where they are at all times, I'll slap like the most obnoxious color I can find according to the background that's going on with that mob, just so I can help keep an eye on them so I don't get involved with.
That's right.
Absolutely.
It's about being safe, as you know, and there are things that we can use in game. If putting an icon on top of, marks a pat for you to make life easier, do it. Like what Five suggested, because it's handy to have. So thank you, Five, for all of those, and we appreciate that. Again, a wealth of knowledge Five has, so we appreciate that. Other than that, though, how has your week been? Because I noticed Taco said she's away drinking wine and playing Yahtzee because she's at the beach. So
She's having a good old time.
she is.
I'm jealous.
That's awesome. Yeah, nice. So
We got some time to play. We squeezed it in the beginning of the week before
Mhm.
she left, and we were like, great, we got a level on all three of our teams, and
Nice.
on Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
and then she got ready and took off.
Yeah.
And throughout for the rest of the week, on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, I got a level on my Iron Hunter, my Bloodthirsty Death Knight, and my Working Panda, mostly by adapting to the bloodthirsty things and sometimes doing a dailies and whatever they do.
Yeah.
The bloodthirsty notably leveled 3 times as fast as he was previously grinding the kills,
Mm-hmm.
and that was fun.
Nice.
He also only wears vendor greens, which pretty much means what he started with, and he bought a green sword from Nagrand.
Mm-hmm.
But he doesn't like wear what he picks up, which actually makes avoiding blues very easy, because I'm not interacting with my loot.
Mm-hmm.
My new baby pacifist parked in Darkshore and hasn't got sap yet,
Mm-hmm.
but I have picked up some chests. I learned some spots in Azshara where they're guarded by ally units, which makes it really easy for my ally to go collect the chests. That's nice.
Ah. Okay. Cool.
Like I said, my BT passy got about a level per day.
Mm.
For those 3 days, I stopped short by about half. On Tuesday, got a half a level there.
Mm-hmm.
And for the rest of the week, I took off.
Nice.
I've been playing another game for a Valentine's Day event. It's been
Crazy.
engrossing.
Nice. Because, yes, of course, you know, many games have got the holiday events as such. What do you...
It's more compelling than Love in the Air. Put
Okay.
it that way.
What? You don't like throwing around the chocolates and the perfume? That's crazy. Must be stinking up the cities, definitely. So what do you get on your other game? You said you're playing Torn. Do you get something at the end of the, you know, the Valentine's
What we're doing
event?
is killing a whole bunch of people in a row. The goal is basically we're farming respect, and respect is the currency that we improve our guild with.
Ah, okay. Cool. So is it a PvP type heavy game? Yeah? All right.
Yep.
Hmm.
But it's also cooperative
Right.
PvP. So
Okay.
it goes both ways.
Nice. Excellent. Well, sounds like you've been busy, which again does not surprise any of us really. So thank you for all of those, and obviously good luck. So how many blood passies are you running? You've got the new one. You've got
Just
the big
those
one?
two.
Okay.
I had
So baby
I had
one and
another
big
one
one.
that didn't die,
Yeah.
and I deleted them last year. The high level one and the low level one. Pretty much, I started the low level one because I'm starting to get afraid of the high level one dying.
Yep.
But also, I wanted to just test the changes in the rules and see how different it was to get a new character out at this time.
Which is never a bad idea, because you know changes do affect certain things for sure. All right.
It's
well,
been a long time since I started a pacifist, so I
Yeah.
just wanted to.
see how it goes.
Hey, I'll try it without the quests and
Yep.
see how far I can get.
Nice.
In the name
Excellent.
of research.
Yes. Five is always busy researching, which is fantastic. All right. Thank you, Five, for that. Nisey, I'm sure you've not been busy at all this week, have you?
No.
Oh,
No.
Right.
No.
Okay. Hit us. Tell us, what have you been doing?
Alright, so I was working on my bloodthirsties. I've been focusing on them the most. Got 5, I think, leveled this
5?
week on the blood.
5 fives. Okay.
No, wait,
Yay.
5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 this week.
5.
So
Okay.
5 is a theme today.
5 is a huge theme today. Go 5. Yes.
So I got the hunter, Nisey, to level 60, so she's gonna get her flying now. Don't know if I'm gonna stay in Zanger Marsh or not. I might, depends on how busy it stays. Got the Guardian Druid up to level 29.
Nice.
And then I remembered when I was actually working on her for next week, I was getting ready to go into the hinterlands because that's where I go at 29. I don't wait till 30, and I was like, oh, right, Crown Chemical. I could have probably gotten around them, but with the way things have been lately, and I'm just like, you know what, we'll just tough it out in Arathi another level. So she's still sitting in Arathi Highlands. We're just gonna wait for the event to end before I go into hinterlands. Got Soul Snuffer to 93.
Nice.
She's still grinding away in Shadow Moon Valley.
Mm-hmm.
Soul Snuggles, my holy priest. Soul Snuffer is my disc priest.
Mm-hmm.
So Soul Snuggles, I got to 27. She's running about 2 levels behind the druid. And I got Soul Stoned to 104 out in Azuna. No mishaps this week. We were good.
Excellent.
No problem.
Okay.
Yeah, this week was okay. I was working on her this morning, and we seem to have a witching hour between 3:30 to maybe 5 a.m. somewhere in there. The past couple of mornings where the internet dropped out, and it was like 3:30, and I'm like, oh, let me get off, because
Yeah.
like, I just happened to hit me what time it was, and I was like, no, I'll go work on someone else for a couple of hours just in case. It's like, I'm not losing this one at 104. No. I got an iron worked on, so Grumpy Soul got to level 29
Nice.
on Thursday, and she moved from Bloodmist Isle out to Lochmodan, and she's just past the beginning stuff there, and heading over towards Farstrider Lodge. And there was some non-challenge stuff I did with my mains, trying to still work on my flying for BFA, and some other stuff going on behind the scenes that I was dealing with. And then I also worked on some art somewhere in between there. I don't know when,
Nice.
but I did.
Excellent. Wow. Again, not busy at all, Nisey.
No.
Would you like some more work? I'm kidding.
No.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. She's like, no, it's all good. No, but
Like,
thank you.
No.
Well
I'm
done.
good.
You've had a good week. Nobody died. No mishaps.
No.
Yay. Excellent. All right. Well, everyone, buckle down, sit down. Let me tell you what I've been doing, because
This is gonna
I'm
be so long. Oh my god.
so
Really,
busy.
get your coffee.
So busy. I ran out of coffee. I just poured the last. Seriously, where's my
That's not good.
coffee made? Anyway, nothing. I'm on holidays. I'm not supposed to be here, so nothing.
Yay!
Anyway,
Noticed
there we go.
What Leeta did this week.
Is a big fat 0. Yeah, but on the plus side, because I've done nothing. Chris, how's your pacifist going? Just saying. She's gonna kill me. Mwah. Anyway, send her a kiss. Heart you. Anyway, sometimes you just gotta, Anyway, yes, you get that. You get that. Nothing like throwing down the gauntlet. Love you, girl. All right, let's go into, where are we? Let's have a look at this one. I think I've got the right one.
Breaking down news from the world of Warcraft.
All right, okay. So we got a few things that I need to talk about the news. So don't forget, Love is in the Air finishes on the 21st. So we've still got a few days of that to go, which obviously Nisey did a big write-up over on wowchallenges.com. So if you want to check it out, please pop over there. Again, Bloodthirsties, no. Everyone else, check it out and see what you can do. If you want to do it, bonus XP, that kind of thing, go for it. But yes, it's got less than a week. So if you want to utilize it, go do that. Now, we've had an influx of people into Discord, which is fantastic. Welcome to all the new people. We appreciate that. Just want to put out a little reminder about Discord rules. They are in the general. They are pinned in the general channel. But the biggest thing, guys, is please keep in mind, Discord, we're all about having fun, sharing knowledge, all of that kind of thing. But our biggest policy is don't be a jerk. All right, Will Wheaton's rule is always number one as far as it comes to our Discord.
So, swearing's okay. Just don't go crazy, things like that. Just keep it to a minimum. And be respectful of one, each other, two, of the mods and the admin. Anyone breaks the rules, banned. Just saying, okay? So I'm putting it out there just to let you know, just a reminder. Alrighty? And website we know has had a few hiccups with the API, and Blizzard's APIs going all a bit crazy. It's there's some things that we just can't help. Website's looking great. Thank you, Alminia. He is working very busy sorting that currently. So yeah, and apologies. Blizzard's API is being extremely slow. Now, as to why there are changes coming with their API, whether that's throwing a little hiccup, but all we can do is say, guys, just be patient. Zaya found a workaround, Nisey, as to some updating of tunes that you can do. Do you want to let people know what that is?
We were able to re-add an existing challenger to the list that they were part of, and it did force an update somehow. I can't say it's going to work every time at this very moment, but it could be an avenue to try.
Yeah, exactly.
At least for the challenges that don't have a level requirement for adding to the list.
Yes.
Put it that way.
Yes.
If there's a cutoff or to add your character to the list and it's above that, it might not work.
Yeah. So again, just if there's issues, please just post them in Discord. Be mindful that we all have got IRL, and getting to questions and answers also can be, might not be an instantaneous kind of thing, because we all have real life and things to attend to, but we will get to you as soon as we're able to. Okay, so again, just also please keep that in mind. Now, two more things that I've got for you before we get into the state of the challenges. We have got a Spreadshirt promo that is starting on the 20th, going until the 24th. There is 15% off everything at the Spreadshirt for merchandise. So you can get things, so shirts, hats, bags, mugs, all those kinds of things. So if you want to check it out, pop over to there. The link is also on the website. Now, the only other thing that I've got is, let me show you this one. So, starting next week, we will be running a new iron leveling contest. You will need to wait to see what we're doing. Okay, but a contest will be starting. Okay?
No hints by the name?
No, just we're letting you know. For a change, I normally don't tell you what type of contest. I'm telling you, it's an iron contest. That's all I'm giving you. So you need to tune in next week, find out what it is. It'll be running for 2 weeks from next week, and we will tell you all of the things then. Alrighty? So yeah. So very excited. This will be the first contest for the year. So yay. Okay, state of the challenges. Here we go. Let's have a look, because it's been a big week, which is fantastic. 5, can you do the irons for me, please?
Sure. In number 10 is Farasham at 49. Number 9, Nemesisil at 59. Number 8 is Zaya Sharia at 63. Number 7 is Farrakhan at 66. Number 6 is Nikki, level 69 RIP. Number 5 is 97 at 81. Number 4 is Chancellery at 85. Number 3 is Five Melon at 90.
Nice.
Number 2 is Iron Azzy at 91. And number 1 is Farakiri at 92.
Nice. Well done. All right, Bloods, hit us, Nisey, please.
All right, so in 10th this week we have Murloc Killer at 41, Sanguinet at 44 in 9th. 8th we have Lockzort, my goodness, at 50. 7th we have Nisey at 60. Number 6 this week, Broken Tooth at level 68, but you are yellow flagged for kills, so you do need to get out there and kill a bit
Kill
extra
stuff.
to get that
Kill.
flag flipped.
Mm-hmm.
5th we have Nikki at 69, RIP. 4th we have 5 Chesty at 73. 3rd we have 5 On It at 76. 2nd Soul Snuffer at 93. And 1st for Blood, Soul Stoned at 104 this week.
Nice. Excuse me. All right.
Congrats, Nisey.
Good to see. Good to see there. So well done. All right, passies. Go for it. 5.
We really only have 9. Number 9, we have Passive Bran at level 10. Number 8, Passive Lisa at level 12. Number 7, Peacenik at level 26. Number 6 is Angel at level 37. Number 5 is Vierna at level 40. Number 4 is Nacelles at level 48. Number 3 is Farapah at level 65. Number 2 is Farah Sky at level 69. And number 1 is 5 Chesty at 73.
Nice. All right, Nisey, hit us, please.
Okay, so tins this week we've got 2. Second is Volumen at 21, and first we have Cafelar at level 24.
Mhm.
And for greens this week, we have in 10th Shizukata at 50. 9th we have Azzy Green at 53. 8th we have Faralissa at 69. 7th we have Lore Keeper at 79. 6th we have Green Adelic at 86. 5th Zaya Gala at 95. 4th Chris Dude at 96. 3rd Faratot at 108. Numbers 2 for this week is Faraverde. Probably butchered the crap out of that, but you're at 111, and I am sorry that I did such a bad job on your name. And first this week we have Jang Green hitting 120 and becoming our 3rd green champion for Battle for Azeroth.
Nice.
Congrats, Jang.
Jang, fantastic effort. So, Nisey, you've done the write-up over on the website.
Yes, it
but
is.
again, Jangler's been busy working on various tunes, and it is so good to see him get a max level green. So congratulations to Jang on that. Well done. So yeah. All right, Working Man 5. Who have we got?
Number 9, Tilly at levels 30. Number 8, Ferrona at 42. Number 7, Joyful Colin at 52. Number 6 is Work It Assy at 55. Number 5 is Zayawea at 56. Number 4, Nihai at 58. Number 3, 5 Passy Panda at 61. Number 2, Farah Winter at 80. And number 1, Contester at 113.
Nice. Look at Stir, still going on his Working Man. Well done. That is awesome. All right. Let's have a look. So, Iron Teams, we have got, there was one this week. Light and Lightning hit 81. Congratulations, guys. Fantastic. Blood Teams, one of my favorite names ever. Five Finger Death Taco Double Dip. Love that. 26. Well done. Five and Taco. Well done. And the Green Teams, we have got 3 this week. Fantastic. You don't know you weren't there. Hit 25. Number 2 is Never Give Up. They hit 33. And number 1 is The Trash Heap Has Spoken. Yeah? Did I get that right? Yeah? Okay. Hit 41. So, yay. Go Five and Taco. Again, being very busy. So, well done. That is fantastic. All right. Again, look, it's been a very busy week. Congratulations, everybody. Commiserations. We've lost a couple this week. Commiserations to those that we have lost. And best of luck, everyone, on this coming week. So, yes. All right. Where's my bumper? Here it is. Let's have a look.
Hey yo, it's Chit Chat!
Oh, Zorts. Oh, love ya. Feel better, Zorts. That's the other thing. All right. 5. I'm not really sure if I'm sorry or not sorry. I have no idea. I've not looked at that. But can you please do Azzy's pun as soon as I've done his bumper? So I'm going to play his bumper. Here we go.
Sure.
It's Azzy's pun.
Love that.
What do you call it when you misspell the word blood? A type O.
It was cute.
That's very cute, Azzy. Thank you.
See, Chris, I told you it was foreshadowing because you misspelled blood before the show started. Yeah, that was awesome.
Nice. Oh, that's very cute. Thank you, Azzy. Thank you very much. Okay, Nisey, what have we got?
Okay, so Dave sent us in. I'm not sure if it's. I guess it would be like a little joke type thing. Did you know on the Canary Islands there is not one canary, and on the Virgin Islands, same thing, not one canary.
Thanks, Dave. Thanks. Thank you. Okay. It's always nice to have a little chuckle. Thanks, guys. We do really appreciate it. Thank you. All right. Nisey, can you take... Actually, you take the first one. I did that because you had answered it, so that was the...
Yeah, that's fine.
Easier.
So I'm sorry if I mispronounce your name. It's been a long day. From Areskello. Is auction house allowed for Iron Man class? Yes, it is. You can buy and sell on auction house. However, you do need to be careful when you purchase gear or weapons off the auction house to wear for your iron, because some enchanters will enchant white and grays and then put them up on the auction house. So you just need to give them a really good once over before you equip them, because that's not something we can undo, because no enchants. And as a side note, while you can use the auction house, you are not allowed to directly trade with players. Directly interacting with other players, either through trade channel or directly through the trade window, is considered getting outside help, and that's not allowed.
Exactly. Alrighty. But always good to go over rules, and don't forget the Iron Man Classic rules that are up on the website are subject to change. We are still waiting on API access, which is coming. We know, Blizzard likes to make sure they've got everything right before they release these things. So until we've got access, things may change with the rule set, but we'll need to wait and see once API access becomes available. All right, but there is a basic guideline for those that want to give it a go. The other thing is to remember that if you're leveling a toon in Classic, that perhaps it might be a good idea to look at that as a scout and, you know, play around, see what leveling path you want to take, that kind of thing. Because it may not be the toon that when the API becomes available, you might get flagged for it, or, you know, there might be an issue. So it's always good to, you know, have a play around, see what kind of path that you want to do. But just please keep that in mind as well.
Yeah, because I mean, we don't know what's gonna get possibly tweaked at the moment. We won't know until we get the information in front of us.
That's right. And as Alminia says, at this time there is no ETA at the moment. We know that they're working on it. We know all of that, but until they're ready to release it, and obviously it's not just getting released to us, it's getting released to everyone. There's many websites that will want to use the API. We've got to be patient. As Five said, you know, patience is a very big thing, both in and out of game. So just please, guys, remember that.
Yeah, I mean, it's worth it to wait and have it be right instead of, you know, them rushing it and have, you know, it not working right. So
I'm willing to bet that it's going to go through a significant portion. Like, I really don't even know what the metrics would be, but I'm thinking something like the biggest boss on the server is taken down, so it's not a competitive race, and you're not getting opposing factions trying to out intel their way to the end, kind of thing. And then I think they'll let up and have it more available to people.
I mean, again, it's very likely to be, with all the content, you know, that's coming out and being released currently, as well as things in the future with the various raids that have just been released in Classic and that kind of thing. So it's, you know, there's nothing that we can do about it until we've got it. So it's just about being patient. Have fun with what you're doing. That's the main thing. Use it as a scout. Use it as the time to work out what kind of path you're going to be. But just be mindful of the fact that, you know, it very well may not be the toon that you end up wanting to run as your iron or as your challenge toon. So use the time, have fun with it, and see where you go.
Yeah, I mean, use it as a lesson learned character. I mean, it's like, oh, okay, shouldn't have done that, or you know, maybe that's not the best direction to go. So.
Yeah. Exactly. All right. Okay. So next one from Relativism. Sorry if I butchered your name. That's what I usually do. Apologies. I am new to Iron Man. A small question about Rule 5. No elixirs, potions, or flasks used. This means if I loot a health potion, I can't use it. Nisey had answered this. Thank you, Nisey. She said, correct. No health potions are allowed to be used at all. Whether you buy them, loot them, whichever. That's correct. Okay? None. That's, yeah, pretty much it. Okay. 5. Now, you had some things you wanted to add, so...
This was an expansion on last week's episode, Chit Chat with the boys. They were talking about the white gear that comes from the quests.
Yeah, that was a question that Rude had.
Yeah. Execute specifically wrote a really good write-up on it in our Discord, dated October 18th, 2019. I ended up doing one of those, and when I handed it in, it was notably 0.5 better DPS than the white vendor weapons that you get from Outrend or Northrend.
Okay.
And there was one more thing, that if a white armor's value isn't going to scale up anymore, then there's no point waiting to 60. You can hand it up. You can hand it in at the value before level 60.
Mhm.
I have an example for the Horde quest in Duratar to get Zintaji's cloak. It's a white cloak, and it reaches 5 armor by around level 52. So you
Mhm.
can hand it in then, because it's going to be 5 armor at level 60.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know. But yeah, there's lots of information, guys. And again, pick the brains of these guys that have been there, done that. Like Five says, he's picked Stir's brain, so Zaya execute. There's many people that you can, get some wonderful amount of info and knowledge from. So again, utilize the community. That's what they're there for. So again, but thank you, Five. That's a very good and a handy tip to remember for us, which is great. Okay. Anything from the chat room that I can see? Not really looking at that. Apparently, Taco's old lady's cheating with Yahtzee. Taco, it's Yahtzee. You gotta watch him. You gotta watch him. That's all I'm saying. Okay, watch it like a hawk. That's it. Other than that, I can't really see anything else. So we might go into wrapping up in a minute. I will add though, let me just throw it in here again. Don't forget, next week, new contest. There it is. New iron leveling contest. Alrighty? So,
Good luck, everybody!
yeah. So first one for 2020. Exciting.
It's gonna be exciting.
All the things will happen from next week. We will release all the details. So yes. So that's the big one. All right. I think we can start to wrap this up unless either of you got anything you want to add to
Just something real quick in regards to the contest. Just in case it gets missed next week when contest details are being given out in the rush and excitement. If you guys are on Twitter and you like to post pictures and updates of your challengers, go ahead and use the hashtag WowChallenges, capital W, O, capital W, capital C on the challenges. And because we keep an eye on that. And we like to see the updates on how things are going, especially during the contests. And also, the contest details aren't usually given out at the very beginning of the show. It usually waits till about the news segment. So don't get too anxious and demanding in the chat about, oh, we need the rules now. It'll happen when it happens. And then the contest will begin after the information is released. So patience, patience, patience.
That's right. That's exactly right. Because, can always push it back half an hour.
Yeah,
Just
you could
saying.
do at the very end.
Yeah, you get that. But that's a very valid point. For a lot of people that use social media, using the WoW Challenges hashtag is very good, so we can keep track. And of course, with the contest, it's a good way to see how leveling's going. The RIPs and all of that. So if you are new to using that kind of thing, again, utilize it in that way. Don't actually tag the account, otherwise we've got notifications going left, right and center. So use the hashtag. That is a really good way for us to see all of the things, which is great. So again, thank you guys. All right, so other than that, let's hit into our thank yous, unless Five, you got anything to add? Nope. Okay, let's do it. Nisey, can you do our thank yous to our Iron Elites, please?
All right, so we would like to extend a really big thank you to our Iron Elite. These are our community members who support us through either PayPal, Patreon, Twitch subscriptions, however you want to do it. There's information on the website under our supporters tab that will tell you how you can join if you are interested. and the money that we receive just goes to paying website bills and whatnot, and keeps the lights on. So we would like to thank the following people: Two Shanks, Aleandros, Asylum, Boz, Cecil Chupa, Crash Landing 99, Dave DeHunter, Daenerys 1985, Dino, Execute, LB, Fair, Fiesta Taco 1983, Fiveiron, Frasley Sparkspan, Gazton, Grand Nagus, K Vamp, Chris W, Chris R, Layla, Lasan, Michael, Mr. Bright 01, Mrs. Rockuru, Mrs. Migi, Never Died, Nisey O Canada, Onyx Hammer, Rude, Solent Greener, Stir, Stone, Swing Cat, Thilani, Tiber, aka Tiber, Toasty, Tuli Bardine, Turwinkle, Two Frog, Tyla the Infirmary Keeper, Olminia, Unamathil, Winema, Zaya, and Zorts.
Thank you guys. And again, thank you to everyone who supports. There are many ways that you can support: PayPal, Patreon, through Twitch. So again, it's greatly appreciated, guys. We do seriously really thank you for that. And check out the website. All the links are over there if that is something that you would like to do. Other than that, I will be updating that hopefully this week. So I will take out the peoples and add in the peoples and update the list. So yeah, if there's anyone not on the list that should be, please ping me, ping the mods, just let know. I try and look at it every week or so, but again, I've been away, so I've not paid too much attention, but I'll be back next week. So yeah, let me know if there's the case. From Stir, Stone, and myself, I would like to thank our wonderful mods for all the things that you guys do. Truly appreciate it. So a big thank you to Awesome Trousers, Boz, Fair, Chris, Nisey, Zion, Zorts. Again, you really do make our lives so much easier by looking after the things when, IRL happens for us. So thank you mods. Greatly appreciate that. To Arminia, as always, thank you for the things that you do, and greatly appreciated. And again, to our viewers, to our listeners, thanks for hanging out. Thank you for listening. Because again, without you guys, we wouldn't be here. So thank you for listening to all the things, and for the wonderful guests that we have on who help to contribute to all of these things. Now, next week, we will be back next week because, we've got a contest to announce. Yay. So the next show will be Saturday, February 22nd at 7 p.m. Eastern. Thank you, Five, for joining us today. Really appreciate it. Would you like to tell everyone where they can find you and get in contact, please?
You can find me on Discord. I'm Fiveiron number 2575, and I'm pretty much always on Discord, and you can message me. There you go.
Excellent. That's easy enough. We will have the information up on the website as well. So thank you for that, Five. Don't forget where you can find the website is at wowchallenges.com. All of the things are over there. Well, it's getting there. Harmonia's working on. There's a lot of stuff up, but if you've got any issues, the other thing is ask in Discord. That's what we're there for. Please, just put out a question. We'll get to you from there. However, there are all of the information. Discord, we have got Facebook, we've got Twitch, we've got Twitter, and we've got YouTube. So there are many different ways that you can find us, and the links are up on the website. If you want to listen to the episode, pop over to Google Play, iTunes, Spotify, or Stitcher Radio. That's where you can hear us. And if you would like to send in an email, please feel free, because I do appreciate not getting spam ones. Spam ones, I do kind of feel the love, but it's nice to have a proper email. Thank you, Five, for the ones that you've sent me too.
I try to be nice.
I do appreciate it. So thank you for that. But you can send an email over at podcast@wowchallenges.com. So if you've got any tips, any tricks, any puns, jokes, just want to say hi, you know, that's fine. Send them all over. That is good. Alrighty. Nisey, where can we find you, please?
All right. Well, you can find me in the WoW Challenges Discord. Just Nisey, #4863. You can find me on Twitch. I do tend to stream the challenges and the occasional non-challenge thing, whether it's art or another game. And it's NiseyBGN over on Twitch. And on Twitter, you can follow me at NiseyBGN.
Nice. And if you want to find out what I'm up to, pop over to Twitter. I am at Leeta WoW, which is LEETAWOW, as well as check out the other show, which is Adventures in Azeroth, that I do with Stone. Speaking of Stone, hi Stone, welcome. You rested? Excellent. Cool. Feeling better? Hope so. That's good. And also, you make a very valid point. We have mentioned about Discord rules. Let us also mention, you know, if you've got a question, guys, just ask it in, you know, don't have to DM us. That's fine. Certainly don't DM Stone 50 million times. Just ask it in channel. You'll be surprised. You could be asking a question that someone else is too afraid to ask. No question is ever silly. Please, just, you know, you got a question, ask away. Just remember, we do have the rules on the website and we do have an FAQ, but if you're unsure, definitely it's better to get a definite answer than to feel like you might be doing something you're not sure about and end up breaking the rules. Okay, so please. But
also, if it's about something specific, you can search for it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'll find all the history of people that have said something about that.
That's true. That is a good point. You can search on through the Discord channel. Absolutely. Very greatly underused resource. So thank you, Five, for reminding me about that. Okay, so I think we've got it. Have we got everything?
Wait, did you say where we can find you?
Yeah. I did that.
Okay, I might have missed it. I've got like 5 things going
No.
on at once.
No, that's fine.
I'm sorry.
Who wants to find out where I am? Everyone knows where I am. It's all good. Okay, well, other than that, let's just do one more time because I'm really proud of my artwork that I did, Chris. Just to you. So next week, it's happening, people. There's going to be a thing. So yes, that starts from next week. Other than that, again, Five, thank you so much for joining us here again. Again, the amount of knowledge that you've got, picking your brain is always interesting. I always learn something new. So again, thank you for being here this week. We do appreciate that.
It's been a lot of fun.
Excellent. And other than that, I do want to say a big thank you on our intros and our outros, because I have got 2 amazing people who I like to call friends who have helped us out. One is Mark Conan. He made our intro. You can't beat that starting of the intro. Always gets me. And you can find him over on Twitter at Mark Conan. Wow. And of course, Epic Insanity, the man with the beard himself, made the outro, which I'm going to play very shortly. But you can find him over on Twitter at epic_insanity, as well as Frozen Nerds Podcast. And the throat, sorry, excuse me, throat's starting to go. So on that note, say goodbye, everyone. Take it easy. Have a good week. And
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
The WoW Challenges podcast is a World of Warcraft gaming podcast. Produced by Stone and Leeta, copyright 2020. Portions of this podcast belong entirely to Blizzard Entertainment. The music used for the show belongs to Kevin MacLeod, and you can find his great stuff at incomputech.com. No copyright infringement is intended.
Okay, editing. Let's do the editing. That's all. It's all good. Right. Show titles. Here we go. Now I think I missed a couple from the chat room, but these are the ones I've got for you five so far. So we've got Fifth Five. Look Both Ways was another one that I thought was quite good. Five-isms. Or from Taco was It's a Five-spiracy. Nisey,
I'm gonna go with Taco and go with the Five-spiracy.
The
Put a
Five.
hyphen between the five and the S. Otherwise, it looks like Five's piracy.
I know it does. It does. Five-spiracy. You can check to make sure. Did I spell that right? The Five-spiracy. There we go. I think I got it right.
Yep.
That's good spelling. Excellent. All right. Well, again, thank you. Thanks for everyone being here, chilling, hanging out, all of that kind of thing. I think we got all of our bits and pieces done, guys. We will.
Thank you, everybody.
Say bye for now, and I will cut the stream. And but again, thank you. See you next week. Contest.
Bye.
Just saying.
Contest. Woo!
Contest time.